So I was at the old Funkatorium looking for stuff for this project. I see a lot of interesting things here. And I ran across an old friend. A friend that took me back to the dawn of the internet. Meet Mama 3000. I started on YouTube in 2006, and one of the first things I was obsessed with was automating a stick burner. So it's kind of funny. 20 years later, I find myself doing the same thing now, from using drum smoker fire baskets in the SMOKESLINGER to obsessively arranging briquettes. And we are not even halfway through this journey. So I've got 2 more techniques left. So let's move from using a UDS smoker basket to moving forward to the basket that you actually have with the SMOKESLINGER. In the last episode, I showed you how to build a box. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to set your SMOKESLINGER up for the long burn. So here is our properly loaded basket. I could put more wood on the back, and generally people don't load this part because by the time you get into this area, your meat isn't really taking any more smoke. We're going to be lighting it from this side right here. So by the way, if you're wondering why I have wood over here, and that is simply my area for drying out wood. Stick wood in there to season, so this side over here is not going to ignite. One of the things you want to make sure is you have, like when you get it in there, if these things are solid down and not propped up by a little bit of charcoal. If that happens, what happens is you can get flame coming to this side. So what we're trying to do is keep this side from igniting as long as possible. Now, don't laugh, but sometimes I think it would be really cool to have a charcoal bridge that went from this end over here to this end to start another basket. So I think this one I'm going to set up as a reverse flow, and that's what's so fascinating about the SMOKESLINGER. And this will be my imaginary cooking zone. I'm not sticking thing out in there. If I wanted to do, for instance, offset, our heat source would be over here, our cooking area would be over here, and our exhaust would be over here. And then that way the heat would go this way, like that, okay? But I'm going to set this up as a reverse flow. So beside the shelf, slide the tuning plates all the way over to this side, and I'm going to have to add some tuning plates that I removed. These tuning plates go in here just that easy. So now the fire is going to come up here. The fire and the heat and the smoke is going to come up here, run along the back side of those tuning plates, come up, and either this could be a cooking zone right here. You can put it in the middle, or in true reverse flow, you could have it all the way over here. Smoke comes from here, flows across here. Our vents that we're going to use are going to be on this side. And the other thing cool is that you can shift your meat without having to move it, just by moving the shelf. So if you want it hotter, you can. This is actually going to be the hotter side because the heat is directly underneath it. You can put a water pan, like I did in my pork steak video, and that will lower the temperature on the fire side. On the next episode of the SMOKESLINGER Long Burn series, we're going to start it up and teach you how to put it into sleep mode. We've got our coals lit.